thank you for being here on a hot and humid Saturday afternoon. I also wish to thank Dr. Santosh Babu for taking time out of his busy schedule for being here today. Let me begin by thanking my friend Kripa Shankar, who's somewhere here. Kripa, where are you? Yeah, stand up, please. Kripa Shankar, a social media evangelist, a speaker, who had been prodding me to write a book since 2012, since I was in academics and was also publishing research papers. As an academician, though I had been publishing research papers, case studies and articles in the press, the thought of writing a book had not crossed my mind. And sometimes I never gave even a serious thought to it, till Ritika from Sengage met me first in 2016 and sold the idea. This reconfirmed what my friend Kripa had been talking about, reinforced rather. At that time also I politely declined, since I thought I'll not be able to do justice given my other commitments. In 2017, once again Ritika met me and convinced me that I should. And that was when I decided and informed her that I will write a book on digital marketing. Since then, at that point in time, I was planning to offer a digital marketing as an elective at Great Lakes, and I was in the process of drawing a course outline. During the course of drawing the course outline, it gave me an opportunity to look at in depth at various Indian textbooks that were then available. There were about half a dozen textbooks. Most of them focused on social media marketing, Web 2.0, social media analytics, website analytics, etc. But did not connect the dots or connect basics of marketing to highlight digital as a part of marketing. To my mind, digital marketing went beyond social media marketing or web design or analytics, though all of them were and are part of the digital marketing. Besides, with the number of textbooks available on these topics, today corporates and marketers can not only refer these books, but also hire specialist agencies in web design, analytics and such fields. Marketing has always evolved and revolved around customers, satisfying their needs and wants, which could probably be called as marketing 1.0. It moved through 2.0, which was the famous STP or segmenting, targeting, positioning, and 4P's era. 3.0 was the customer-centric, which was mind, heart, and spirit share. And now, according to Phil Kotler, the marketing guru, marketing has moved on to marketing 4.0, that is from traditional to digital. In all this from 2.0 onwards, customer always has been the king and has been in focus. Today we talk not about customer satisfaction, but about customer delight. In line with this, in the last few years, and particularly in the last 5 years, disruptive technologies have taken customer experiences to different levels, thanks to convergence of technologies that are mainly digital, whether it is IoT, smart cities, driverless cars, or we can go on. Industry 4.0, which is the current buzzword, in simple terms is nothing but be smart and be connected. Marketing 4.0 and Industry 4.0 are necessary and need to work in tandem to provide the highest levels of customer experience, or what we marketers call it as CX. Also, to be borne in mind is that in the Indian context, new or emerging technologies have seldom done away with the existing technologies, but have always coexisted. Therefore, for an aspiring digital marketing student, it is imperative that apart from exposure to technology, fundamentals of marketing be strong, such that the student bases the fundamentals learned, converts them into applications, commercial or otherwise, in his career. Another interesting observation that I have had was that digital marketing is perceived as B2C by most of the people that I talk to. To my mind, and to quote Marty Holmes, the Chief Marketing Officer of SAP, digital marketing in digital era is business to people, or what we call as B2P, or even business to government, or B2G, government to government, G2G, etc. All these needed to be brought about in a comprehensive manner. This book, therefore, is intended to cover these in different chapters, since, as I mentioned earlier, these were found lacking in the other books that were currently available in the market, which I had referred to at the time of making the course outline. Thus was born the outline for this book, Digital Marketing from Fundamentals to Future, but I wanted to be sure that we connected both fundamentals and what are the future contours that, whether it is Industry 4 or 4.0. The book takes the student through evolution of digital and connecting it with fundamentals of marketing, good old IDA, IMC, etc. Chapters on digital in business marketing, disruptive technologies and Industry 4, as Ritika mentioned, are expected to give an overall perspective not only to the student to make him business ready, but also to practitioners as a refresher and to non-marketeers as a beginner's guide. When I graduated from IIM Calcutta back in 1973, it was the third edition of Phil Kotler's Marketing Management. It is still the preferred textbook and it's in its 15th edition. And one has seen changes in marketing in this interim years, both as a practitioner and academic. If I were to teach today based on what I learned in IMC in 1973, it would be totally irrelevant. All of us need to update and reskill ourselves, particularly in the face of rapid technological changes. This is a live example of a good old saying that learning is a continuous process. And this is said in every possible language. Therefore, I am thankful that in my academic career, I have learned from my students through their incisive questions and interactions that have helped me a lot in writing this book. I conclude by thanking one and all who were with me in this exciting journey of 15 months, my co-author, my publisher, my colleagues past and present, my students past and present, and all my well-wishers, many of you who are here today. And my special thanks, as I mentioned earlier, also to Kriba and Ritika for being the catalyst in this process. Enjoy this book if you get an opportunity, and do share your feedback with us to enable update them in the next book. Thank you once again for gracing this occasion. I'm indeed touched. Thanks and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you very much for taking time out to be with us here this afternoon. We're really truly honored with your presence, particularly this being a Saturday afternoon. Truth to be said, I had equal billing in that co-authorship, but actually the name NxtPix was Swaminathan 72-point board and me for 8-point board, because that was the distribution of work between the two of us, and he did most of the heavy lifting. I'm only a minor partner in the book, and therefore quite embarrassed by the equal billing that I got. But nevertheless, I would like to make 2 points today with respect to the book. First is, I think the publication of this book is a watershed moment in what I believe in the marketing community in India, because it takes digital marketing from the periphery and brings it into the mainstream. For far too long, marketers and business people have been thinking that digital marketing is an adjunct where put a paid ad, put social media, and that's digital marketing. That's not true. Digital marketing is very much part of today's business environment, and without digital marketing, businesses can't hope to go succeed in the marketplace. Having said that, digital marketing is not a disruptor as people speak of Amazon and other things. Digital marketing is only an additional tool that marketers have to reach a new generation of consumers who are consuming media through digital sources rather than through conventional sources. The second point I want to make is that everybody thinks digital marketing is an animal with two horns and requires different kinds of expertise. Marketing has always been the same, whether it's digital or non-digital. Digital only gives you the ability to provide new ways to connect with your consumers, and therefore it is important to learn those things. As Shikya has said, winners don't do different things; they do things differently. So digital marketing is a way of doing marketing differently rather than displacing marketing the way we thought of. Because ultimately, marketing is driven by consumers and not by technologies. I think this textbook tries to address the gap to say how you can do digital marketing differently for consumers so that you can win in the marketplace. Thank you.
Very extreme heat, and inside is so nice to be here. And I was actually struggling to sit in between two stalwarts. And Sir was telling, Karthik Kumar Sir was telling, he's embarrassed to be a second author. I'm even more embarrassed because we don't do any marketing in government. And that's extremely privileged, sir, to sit with you, Swaminathan sir, and Karthik Kumar sir, and Madam Ritika sir. I see a lot of good friends. Misha Karan is here. They call him Misha Karan. Then Kribha Shankar, Madam Akila, a lot of friends. Ramraj sir is there. The people who have helped startups grow. And this beautiful building is because of the vision of one person, Captain Vijay Kumar. It's amazing how he was envisioning this building. I remember going to the E Hotel and addressing the Madras Management Association. A lot of things have happened after that. Wonderful to be here, sir, again in your presence. Happy to be here, very privileged to be here. I was wondering what is it that I could speak to this audience, which is a very enlightened audience as it were. And immediately I was drawn to the comparisons between the government and marketing. So I was just traveling and I was asking Akila Madam, where is this place? Because I came once and I just forgot. And we were going in circles because the information they provided was on not on Google Map, it was on the other map where I could not get the direction. And secondly, my knowledge about the city except Mount Road is extremely poor. The only road I know about is Mount Road, because you have a driver, they take you and drop you wherever you want. So I was just comparing, thinking about marketing also in similar terms. And if you don't have the right information and the right data, your marketing will go somewhere bizarre. So I was in Pumpuhar for 4 years. If you see the airport, Chennai airport and 8 airports in South India, the interiors are all done by Pumpuhar during my time. And that's the time I decided that we should do something with technology. And I had Kribha Shankar to help me with a lot of digital marketing. So he is a person, right now also we are using him. His organization in getting IT, information technology, reach the masses. And he is the person who actually instilled in me the confidence that you could take a very, Swaminathan organization like Pumpuhar into greater heights using technology. So he brought in Facebook, Twitter, we have around 10 social media, right? And he would come every month and he would insist that he should come and present the metrics of it. How many likes have people liked? Why only 5 likes are there on Twitter, etc., etc. What we should do as on our website, etc. So today morning, for the last couple of days, Madam Ritika and Sir, I have been trying to go through the book. After a long time, we are with a textbook. So in government, we hardly read in textbooks. We see files, and we see piles of files. So, but digital marketing, this book I have read around 80 pages. So seriously, I would say that I'm one of your first students. And today morning, I was speaking to a batchmate in South Africa, and he got a first books sold in South Africa. I took a screenshot of this and sent it. So even before you started selling your book, there are customers in South Africa. And let me tell you, I'm even more privileged because Dr. Swaminathan has written, privileged person, the first copy to so-and-so, and handwritten signatured book. So extremely privileged. Now, I just wanted to tell a few things that we do in government so that digital marketing can get better. One of the big things that we are doing, I don't know whether, because assembly session is coming, will be caught off foot, I don't know. But let me put it here, I hope that nobody is taking it down. Rural areas, there's a lot of comparison in page 41, I think, on the rural areas, where you have said that the penetration of internet is limited. There are only two things that make digital marketing that much more interesting. One is data, and the right kind of data. Second is the bandwidth. So time was when I was MD of Elcott and we did this 120 crore project called TN Smart, Tamil Nadu State Wide Area Network. We were hyper excited. 2 Mbps bandwidth, and this is the kind of bandwidth they would have in government offices. Hyper excited. Everybody was saying this is a big revolution. 10 years, that was in 2008. And today we're talking about Gbps and terabytes and whatnot. So one of the things that we're going to do right now is, and we are a bit of a regard in this, is we're laying around 53,000 kilometers of cable in Tamil Nadu. This is called the BharatNet project, it's a government of India project, where 1 Gbps connectivity will reach every village panchayat. So 12,524 village panchayats will get 1 Gbps connectivity. Just imagine that. And the government of Tamil Nadu has given almost 52 lakh laptops free. Just imagine how those laptops will become lighted up with this kind of bandwidth. And we still have huge bandwidth available for even the likes of Airtel, Jio, etc. to take advantage of. So we can fiberize their the towers. We can provide IPTV through my cable TV corporation. I am the chairman of Tamil Nadu Cable TV Corporation, incidentally. So we are also an ISP, Internet Service Provider. We got an ISP license. One of the brilliant IS officer, Kumar, he managed to get a ISP license for cable TV. And if I can take the bandwidth right up to the village level as a fiber, and from there my local cable operators can actually monetize it right up to the village. We can even provide almost free kind of bandwidth. And we can light up these households. And then all the technologies can pile on. The startups of the day can pile on with this kind of bandwidth. They can reach those homes and those children. My only concern is, there should be more of education, e-governance, etc. And this FMCG marketing has actually kind of made our village a little bad, because if you go to the village, and I'm in charge of plastics, you'll find a lot of plastic sachets in the village drains. So one of the things with marketing is that you kind of exacerbate this kind of process, which has a deleterious effect on the environment also. But I'm sure there are a lot of positives that will happen with digital marketing. The other thing which I'm intrigued with, and the sir has written, and both of you have written in the last chapter, is about emerging technologies. So we in government are very intrigued with emerging technologies. So I was in Shell. What we do is I am in charge of a lot of stuff in IT. One is IT promotion. We build big IT parks and ask people to come and take space. So we have done it in around 8 locations in the hinterlands of Tamil Nadu, Tirunelveli, Trichy, Madurai, Coimbatore. All those buildings were constructed during my time in Elcott. And then what we do is, we are very happy when we say that, okay, this company has come, this profile company has come, HCL, Wipro, Infosys have come there. They employ so many people. So employment is one, a yardstick, which government actually looks at. A second is the investment. So if you look at the global investors, we look at what is the investment coming, what is employability. Well, I have gone a little step further, and I now start going into the companies and seeing what is happening there. It's amazing to see this. I was in Shell. Shell does $2 billion of transactions per day globally. $2 billion of transactions per day globally. And the entire $2 billion actually is accounted for through China. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? $2 billion, which means what? Our accountants, the CAs, all our young boys and girls sitting in Chennai are actually doing this for Shell. And I then went to PayPal. PayPal does around $17,400 per second worldwide. And the entire thing is done out of China. Can you believe that? It's amazing. Then I went to this company called Caterpillar, and I could move earth moving machine in Ethiopia sitting here. A lot of stuff is happening around emerging technologies, and new technologies are being handled by youngsters within our state. This is the most amazing thing that I can think about. And I'm wondering why they are not subserving government or the governance process. You're doing everything for multinationals. Nothing wrong with that. But these are the talents who are out there and doing amazing work for the world. So that's when we hit upon, and the moment I got posted last August, we were in the US. So we were going around places like Plug and Play. Plug and Play is where Google came out. So Plug and Play, I was fascinated by the kind of ecosystem they call, which is the startup ecosystem. And even before that, IIT has done a fantastic job here. There was a company called Forge, which is established in Coimbatore. There is Anna University doing a lot of work. We are also in Alcott doing through what is called the startup warehouse in Coimbatore and Chennai. A lot of work is happening. So why not use the work of the startups to engage in the governance process, something which we are trying to look at. Which is again, very interesting because the startups have a method of problem solving, which we in government don't have. In government, what we do, 3-4 IAS officers to sit together and think that is the best solution. But if you give the same problem to a startup, their entire perspective is different because they have nothing to worry about. Their thought process are out of the box. They are simple. They are innovative, which is what is missing in government. So you give a problem to them, they go through a process and come out with a product or a service or a process itself. So this is something which we are trying to epitomize in e-governance now. And we established what's called the Center for Excellence in Emerging Technologies. We got the one of cheapest people in blockchain, AI, ML, AR, VR, it's called business intelligence, drones, etc. Around 8 very accomplished people. We pluck them out, and it's not easy to pluck out somebody from an industry unless you pay them well. And government we pay 14-15 lakhs a year. Nobody will come. Somebody will come, but nobody on that level. So now we're paying around 40 to 50 lakhs a year to get these people going. Because the moment you reduce, they'll jump out. There are enough number of people to pick them up. So we're looking at blockchain, we're looking at AI, all those new technologies that we're talking about, sir, to see how we can propel the governance process to, if not 4.0, at least 3.0 or 5.0, whatever. But at least, there will be a quantum leap in the way governance is conducted. There are lots of stuff happening within the government itself in terms of software development. That's another problem that we face in government. In my own organization, we have 5 different offices. Let's say we'll have 10 different softwares and 10 different vendors and 20 different stacks. And extremely difficult. Now we have to try to create APIs to connect them all together. Extremely difficult. There's something called enterprise software management which has been done in Andhra, which is called Pragati, e-Pragati they call it, which subsumes that all the things are plug and play, which is difficult actually because the kind of investment they've done is huge. So a lot of stuff can be done in government also, learning from the private sector, learning from people like Professor Swaminathan on the different things that can do in governance. I was very intrigued to read about digital natives versus digital migrants. And then there's this thing called they are reservations. Reluctant, they are very reluctant to take technology. That's the extreme edge. And that's where I think lots of our government servants will be. So I was looking at all the parallels and seeing the wonderful method in which it's done. I'm actually a student of Coursera. I do 1 or 2 courses here and there. And this is exactly the way they teach. That is, first you have what is the course objectives. They tell you exactly what we'll get out of this. And then you go into the course proper, demystify the technology for you, etc. And then here it's so interesting because you have a case study which is coming up. First you put a case and say, okay, where is it, how is it going to explain that chapter. Then that's called the opening case. And incidentally, for that matter, you have a closing case also here. And then you have questions. And the questions are of 2 types, which is assignment questions and you have activity questions. So you're keeping the student engaged throughout. So this is very interesting. And that's why I found it extremely easy because you can pick up any paper and start reading from there. This is the beauty of this book. So extremely privileged that I could launch this. Definitely I will read it, sir, and both of you. And completely I will read it. I was trying to pass through all the summaries which are there, which are actually beautifully summarizes content that is there. Extremely great content. Having said all that, let me say that all of you have taken your time out to listen to our people. Their books has been released. Your children should also take it up. Even for layman, this is so good because all those jargons which you use in the private sector is actually beautifully explained here. So it's very easy actually to take it up, read it up, and go and give a speech like this. So let me thank all of you for listening to me. Let me also tell you that a lot of stuff is happening in government. You can brace yourself for certain announcements in the assembly. A lot of good things going to happen and good tidings because technology today